state for its activities. In the absence of the State Assembly, it's expected that the National Assembly acts on that behalf. Hence, the request for the approval of the Senate for the Rivers State Government 2025 Appropriation Bill. The appropriation bill for the year 2025 is in the total sum of 1,481 billion, wherein the sum of 324 billion is for infrastructure, both ongoing and new projects, while the sum of 166 billion is for the health sector, including 5 billion.
So that's like 1,000. So I'm going to encourage you at this point, especially if you are watching the stretch before the interruption, okay? I'm going to encourage you to try to refresh. You get that now? Yeah, I think the quality is back now. The internet is back. So please refresh refresh the broadcast. Come out of it and come back in, okay? And the picture will be perfect, including the voice. So where were we? So I was explaining to you the disappointment everyone suffers. Those who don't participate. Those who participate invest a lot of their time, resources, and sometimes their lives, right? Those who support the ones who are going to be making the decisions. Everyone seems to be a loser. Everyone is a loser in the whole thing. And that is why politics is not a game. It's not a game of I beat you, you beat me. It is actually a life and death enterprise. So when charlatans takes over the system, so what you get is this. It is like crowning the clowns. It will make them kings. It is just going to, make them clowns. Because clown is clown. Right? So, and in Tinubu's words as well, in that same manner as the head of the cabals, put it that way, the cartel, he responded in the same manner, in the same breath. That people are saying that people are jumping ship. So people are they campaign to come and join him. That do you blame them? And why would you blame them? He said they were jumping out of a sinking ship because they don't have life jackets. Everybody clapped. I've been thinking about that since yesterday. The ship is sinking. Yeah? And then you jump out of that ship because you don't have a life jacket. So that simply means there is another ship nearby. So PDP sinking, APC ship comes by, or it was the APC ship that shot down the PDP ship, right? And then the supposed everyone on board who still cares now are being offered a bit of like an asylum, like, because people are saying that most of them are blackmailed because their hands are not cleaned. They are a bunch of criminals themselves. So they need safety, they need protection. And the only place they can get it is not to be found on the other side of those who are opposed to somebody who could send them to jail and take everything from them. So it's like that, threat that is not really open, but it's obvious. So that's the scenario I've been painting it in my head since yesterday, like, So to call you is only saving those who want to be saved, because BDP is gone and it's not going to be the only one. And as for everybody coming on board, he knows, what we always say about the bubble burst. When everybody gets into the bubble and it keeps getting big and big and big and big and big. So initially when it start taking in people, right, it will seem as if, you can take everyone, then it will last to some point, and then boom, burst. Kalu assured his own friends, everybody will be taken care of. There's a lot still coming. It is one technique that politicians mastered. You need to let people have something to hope for. They always despair anyway, so you need to give them something to hope for by telling them that if they continue and keep their loyalty, there will always be a reward. And yeah, they are in their thousands, if not millions. But there are few that you can use as your poster boy and girl by showing the others that, look at this guy, you know how underprivileged he was? Now we have blessed him. His life has changed. Yours may change too. As they are ruining millions of lives, they are always using one or two or three of, you know, they're supposed to say they're boys and all that, right? So Kolu responded like this as the head of the cartel.
Of Nigerians. Equally, before I skip, I just need to tell those ones saying one-party system is no good. It's one party ruling and driving the aspiration of Nigerians. Where do they start? You don't blame a people bailing out of a sinking ship when they have no life jacket. I'm glad of what we have, and I'm expecting more to come. That is the game. We are in a constitutional democracy. Don't forget the freedom of movement and the freedom of association is not criminally punishable. Welcome to the progressives. Sweep them clean. Fellow members,
sweep them clean. Unayaram, they are like the normal dog whistle. You know, I remember that time when he was motivating some of these guys in London, and I think it was in 2022 when Kolu was like, power is not served a la carte. You have to grab it, you have to snatch it, you have to run with it. How many of you remember that time?
I'll be brief.
No service, a la carte. This is what we are doing. Is being determined to do it at all costs. Fight for it, grab it, snatch it, yes, sir. And run with it.
Yes, sir. Jagaban. Jagaban. Yes.
Do you understand? Like APC, they've always put it before you. Oh, I didn't finish what I was saying earlier. The consequences stuff, right? Oh, sorry, I should finish that. Now that I've shared with you Tinubu's part, okay, in endorsing or accepting the endorsement, including the one that will make him a single candidate as well. Here you get. And the Ronukus right now, they have been so happy. Ah, Jagaba, Jagaba, ah, Abba. You see this. Somebody said, one even said, they are supposed to go and study this Tinubu style of politics in the university. That they need to do something about that to make sure that Nigerians are sent to school to go and study Tinubu's philosophy or strategy, political strategy as a course. It's too intelligent and all that. So, you know, Jagaba, who go confess this guy? Who go beat him? The Ronukus, so elated. You know what I mean? Well, talking about the disappointment that comes with the participating and what is the implication of not participating. So I haven't explained to you the categories of what is going to really be the consequences. It's not just the person that is not participating in the election because of the way it is currently set up. It is rigged right from the fraudulent constitution. Do you understand? Is all fraud. Do you get? So, and that constitution is what gives the INEC the power to conduct your elections. It is from that fraudulent constitution that set up the fraudulent National Assembly you have in Nigeria. It is that fraudulent constitution that gives them that power to start altering it, like patch, like I said, patching it to make you think, oh, everything is fine now, doing amendments, doing electoral reform amendments, proposing electoral this and that, when the real problem is human error. It is not the problem is not about how many laws you need. It is the implementation of that law, which is intentionally abandoned when it is time for them to grab it and snatch it and run away with it because they need it. And it's all about how much do you need it? We need it gone. How much do you need it? But we need it gone. How much do you need it? I need it. Have you died for it? Say that again. Have you died for it? That means you need it. So if anybody stands on your way, if you have to kill that person to get it, would you kill that person to say, yeah, I go kill anybody? Say, that is the spirit. And all they need is just for you to participate. You knowing that all of these factors exist. Presently, you are powerless. Once you participate in any of their charade, you have forfeited your rights, okay, to either organize and stand up against them by calling whatever election they call a charm. Mobilize yourselves in such a way that when you truly have the real opposition, right, the real opposition will first start from putting these rogues on their toes. Do you know what that means? So this guy, everything is already sorted. We need to have concluded. As you do 2 terms. Do you understand that confidence? Like, no matter what you talk, your election or no election, forget it. I mean, you have been hearing that, Abi. Now you can actually make that or disrupt such plan, starting with your numbers. Maybe you want to challenge a person with their power. You must have millions of people. Now, una be one Nigerianist. So again, don't forget to me. I am not interested because I do not have much to give, like some of you. So therefore, I have securitized my own losses, meaning I am not expecting anything that is really human, sort of like for the real people-oriented stuff, except what serves them. So that means I have managed my own expectation. I don't even have an expectation. And I preach it out there to those of you that manage your expectation when it comes to all these things, because these are career criminals. You get that now, right? So now, if you want to make it disruptive for them, right? Mobilize your own voters. Interfedible now. Mobilize yourselves, millions of you. Read out the resolution that says this particular election can be rigged for real. And here are the terms and conditions that before any election is held, this, and that must happen. And within a year, all of those things can be done. All of it. That is, once you make them realize that if you discover any hanky-panky or any form of, short-changing or what have you, about they not go keep that power out. Do you understand what I even mean? To tell those who believe that they could kill and nothing will happen, that, listen. If we discover any form of cheating and what have you, like what we saw the last time, you are not going to form government. So you better begin to recruit your special army. Like if you mobilize hundreds of thousands of yourself to say that to those who believe that nothing will happen, but they will go back to their drawing board and say, we need to readjust. And whatever is needed to be done to at least give you a bit of fair play leverage. Do you understand that right now? Then you can participate in the charade. You can get beaten still, because forging or faking results is not the only thing they do. If you manage to cut that down, that may give your election some level of a credibility, but still will lack credibility to some extent, because people are still going to rely on being given money, food, inequity, right? Like Fayoshe brother said, they don't even need your policy book or anything. They just need food.
Ekiti people are the easiest people to cash. They are vote sellers. You know, they see, say their election, they finish before 12. By 2, they don't announce. They don't know winner. Before they stick my neck out for them, I want to be the Bosebe. All they know is to vote. You see them forming different groups. They have over 100 groups. This group from Abuja, this group from Lagos, this group now. I want the Bosebe. Hunger don't wound them. It electorate. Hunger. I want the Bosebe. That's why there is no development in the state. They are on this good, they will be doing Mama Mule, Mama Mubi Shonron. This group, na Abuja group, we have Tinubu, Oleri, Olenwa. Hunger don't wound me. I want the Bosebe. Their vote no they last. By noon they don't finish. They don't sell their vote finish. And merchants where they buy them. They know their weakness. That's why there is no road to go to Ekiti. Because they know say na stomach they know. Atagwatowode at leader. Na their stomach. The Bosebe. Atoyinti. You enjoy me.
You know? So you don't even need much. All these policy, but if a system, because it is the same system that is going to count somebody who collected 200 naira for 4 years, or 2,000 naira, or 20,000 naira to vote. It is supposed to be the same system. It is not going to be written on any ballot and say, this one, no, now buy them, buy them. Or if the system is allowed to run, so like I said, it won't really have any much perfection. No. Then you can participate. Because it is from that foundation, the fake constitution that allows the INEC to have such power that cannot be challenged. Do you understand? Same way you have all the judges who have become so corrupt that they are watching the country burn, but they are in bed with the executive. It is like it's like they kind of like put a spell on them, but they didn't put it. There's nobody put spell on anybody. Since it is the time for everybody to chop and chop, it is your problem. It is your fault if you decided to want to be a saint in the midst of the thieves. When what you can loot, the bounty is kind of like massive, you know. So everybody just joined the party. The plutocracy, the plutocrats. Everybody's having a field day. I'm sorry, a field day. I mean, there's no consequences, not at all. You know, this old man also dabbled into that too.
Introducing one distraction or another. Removing subsidies from basic necessities of life to float fraudulent palliative schemes. Rather than funding education, asking students to come and get loan. But how many students, for how many students is loan available? When workers are poorly paid and children of workers, families of workers have become indigent. So, when indigent families are mushrooming, with particular reference to workers who are finding it difficult with transportation, with feeding, with cost of living, generally speaking. And that's